So you have a lot of MAGA Republicans on the far right that are criticizing those on the left that support Harris for being emotional, some of them crying. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't cry over elections. You know, I get emotional and I cry when bad things happen to people that I love very much, whether it be friends or family members, you know. But didn't cry. I'm very disappointed, sure. But I have it all together as good as I can moving forward. But listen, there were people that were very emotional, and rightfully so. Harris's family, can you imagine what Kamala has gone through and how hard she has worked in campaigning to try to make history and be the first female president of all time? You know, her husband, Doug, who seems like a good dude, he's crying, and members of Harris's family are getting emotional. And what does the right decide to do? They decide to attack the family and say Doug is not masculine because he's getting emotional. Jimmy Kimmel last night did the exact same thing. He almost broke down completely, which I understand. So this was Jimmy Kimmel last night in speaking on the election results and what this country could be facing moving forward.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Very well spoken. And what is wrong with Jimmy Kimmel showing a little bit of emotion and empathy? That makes you more of a man for caring about others. But if you listen to these MAGA idiots out there, and that's what I always call you, you and Donald Trump's base, you're a bunch of idiots, right? You start attacking men for getting emotional and women for getting emotional and upset, but yet you're upset at that. But let me tell you something that Democrats didn't do. They haven't stormed the Capitol. Nobody's died. They haven't attacked police officers with their own batons. They're not trying to overturn a free and fair election. You frickin' idiots. You despicable turds. But you have a problem with Jimmy Kimmel crying and getting emotional, caring about our friends in the Ukraine, caring about women and what they can do with their own bodies, caring about our fellow Americans. You have a problem with somebody getting emotional, a loving husband who loves his wife very much, who can see how difficult this loss is for her, caring about people that you love. Somehow that makes you less masculine, but you're a masculine. These idiots, these MAGA morons that wear the Donald Trump Superman outfits that think he's the second coming as he wakes up in the morning and puts on 8 layers of orange makeup, that makes you masculine? Putting on a girdle in the morning? Does it make you masculine to talk down to women? Does it make you masculine to attack women on looks? Does it make you masculine to attack anybody and anybody that disagrees with you? Is it masculine to write love letters to evil, murderous dictators? I can go on with Donald Trump's behavior. It's certainly not masculine at all. But they want to attack people for having compassion and caring about the future of this country. Screw you. And you bigots and you haters and you people out there that attack the LGBTQ community and you attack transgenders and drag queens and really anybody that disagrees with your bigoted views. Somehow they're not masculine, but you're masculine because you look up to Cheeto Jesus. That makes you masculine. You look up to a guy that dodged the military multiple times. Shame on you. You're not masculine. You're the bigot. You're the racist. You're the imbecile. You're the person that talks down to others for having compassion and caring about people. So go ahead and look up to your morbidly obese, 8 layers of orange makeup leader. And if that is the definition of masculinity, then you need mental help and you need to check yourself into a psychiatric ward.